I've been noticing these Wi-Fi routers. I think I first spotted these back in December, and now there's like 2 or 3 times the quantity there used to be. I don't know what they're for. And when I turned on my Wi-Fi, I didn't see anything obvious in terms of signal being sent or, router names. I don't know why anybody thinks drivers would need Wi-Fi, but maybe it's intended for something else. I forgot about this, but by January, they were supposed to have switched opened the traffic lane on the other side, where you see that white car. That lane is supposed to be pedestrian only, or maybe bike only. I don't remember which way they chose, but that has not happened. And with the new mayor, maybe it never will. It doesn't seem so dangerous during the day like this, but during a weekday. But it gets really scary. Like during the afternoon crush. By the way, I don't think there were ever payphones up here. But they do still have these long dead aid boxes. I don't know why those are even still there. And those have been dead for as long as I've been walking over this bridge, which is a long time. By federal, is that a federal? There was some New York State judge decreed that all those things are required to be in working order. But almost very few of them are. See, there's another one. I'm sure it's no real mystery, but I haven't gone and tried to look up anything on it. I haven't been able to do this in a long time. Just take my time sauntering over the bridge. I don't think I've done this since maybe December or early January. The mystery of today is that there's a letter at my 181 from a person unknown to me who looks like they got my P.O. box address off my website. I get stuff like this once in a while. Just people unknown to me just checking in to say hello or something. And they'd rather do it the old-fashioned way, postal mail, versus email or whatever. But it's been there for, I think, about 5 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And that's because, and this has always been a gripe of mine, it's because the post office is only open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And it's too early in this job for me to be asking for half a day off so that I can go get a piece of mail that has no real urgency, at least as far as I know. I stopped there when I did was that dude up ahead of me now was walking way too close behind me. I mean, he was like not even 2 feet away behind me. Oh, there you go. That's not the brand I use, but to each their own. I should correct a comment I made that I bought my last batch in December. It was actually November, the week before. I got it a few days before, or a couple days before Thanksgiving, ahead of the now infamous Crown Motel tryst. Infamous to me, at least. That was with someone I'd known for a long time. And I pretty much knew what to expect. But there was one surprise. We got into the room. And she made us both kneel down and say a prayer. It's very strange. I don't remember the substance of the prayer either. It was something like, bless this room, bless this day, bless this night, or something. I never knew her to be religious. And who says a prayer before having sex? I mean, I don't know. There's another useless emergency call box. Once in a while I'll see somebody post a photo of that to one of these to Instagram or wherever, and they'll be like, wow, when's the last time you saw one of these? And I'd be like, I mean, I don't say anything, but I'd think like, have you opened your eyes in the last however long you've been in New York? Those things are like every couple of blocks on average in the city, and they're on all the bridges and all the highways. You don't find that exact style in the parks, but they have their own system of emergency call boxes. Oh, go ahead. It's all good. That was nice of her to ask. So I guess I haven't been to Rockefeller Center in 5 or 6 weeks. I sure as hell hope they finished the renovation. I think the skating rink is open. I think I remember that from December. But the underground was still this maze. You can't really get around easily. It's probably not ADA compatible, but whatever. Or compliant, I should say. I'm also interested to know if they finally got rid of those freaking payphones along 5th Avenue. So much to do. I'm probably not going to walk back though. That was my original plan, was to make it a double-digit trek, but I actually do have other things I need to deal with today. Well, we'll see how I feel. Probably will check in on the payphones at Penn Station too. Just hope for the best that they're still there. I had word from someone who would know that the herd was going to be thinned at Penn Station as far as the working public phones. I think at least 2 of them have since gone out of service, but I haven't been through there since probably beginning of January. And I commented on this before, but this is new, this little crosswalk thing. I don't know, if you ask me, that doesn't look like something that belongs in the trash, but I can't take it. 57th Street. So these two enclosures are still here. Oh, I thought the phones were gone. I don't remember things as clearly as I used to. These are supposed to be dead and gone by December 31st. Nothing but graffiti magnets now. I'm not going to be leaving radio carts very much because I'm almost out. I thought I was getting a fresh supply this week, but it's actually not till next week. And somebody's using this for storage. This is Lexington and 57th. You'd think they would have got rid of this by now, the telephones sign. But this is inside the Trump Tower. And I'm here for the bathroom. And the payphone, of course. I think I will leave one of my cards on this one, because it's a pretty good location. Yep. Looking good, right? Hasn't worked in a generation. You know what? I'm not going to leave the card here. It's exactly the kind of thing a janitor or cleanup guy would just throw away. There's really nobody coming through here. I don't think a lot of people realize this is even open again. I think it opened in November, December. I'm gonna leave my card at a more high-profile spot. I'm such a shrewd businessman, right? So in case I didn't explain it, the reason I'm out here today is because my 4 weeks of training is over. My 4-week training period. And now I'm on my official schedule, which gives me Wednesday and Saturday off. And I guess I'm just lucky that I get this Wednesday in terms of my collecting the 181 stuff. It's not lost on me though that the practical reality of keeping this box is the practical reasons have long gone. But I like keeping it as my public address because I get occasional random mail like this. Of course, it's yet to be seen what it is. Could be mysterious white powder, perhaps. Which I shouldn't joke about because this post office is the one where the Tom Brokaw anthrax mail went through. If anybody's going to have sophisticated screeners to detect that kind of thing, it's going to be this place. Hey, it's open. This has been blocked for months. It's illegal to make copies of this key. Anybody but the Postal Service. Okay, here it is, the mystery letter. I didn't realize it was red. The photo they sent is black and white. they sent these 2 notices, but went ahead and auto-renewed it anyway. Let's take a look at the front again. That looks like Japanese to me, although it's kind of small. Oh, it's from China. Interesting. And that's the zip code that is formatted on my website and nowhere else. I'm gonna pause just to get an opening in this thing with both hands. This is hard to do with one hand, but I did it. It's a Happy New Year card. Wish you a happy and prosperous New Year. 2022, Year of the Tiger. Okay, it's a fan letter. I'll scan this and put. Wow, look at this. This is funny. Okay, I'm gonna take some time to sit down and read this. But it's somebody who's been calling saying that something would require 2 telephone numbers and they wouldn't accept a VoIP number as the second. So they used my number, which is a VoIP number. Well, anyway, I'll take this into consideration, serious consideration. This is pretty cool though. Well, I started recording my path here, but I had the lens cap on. Total rookie mistake, but this is the path from the post office where it just was. And this is the first time I'm seeing this new area, the refurbished area. And it looks like it's not all the way open yet. I don't know, looks like a lot less space, but maybe it remains to be seen what they do here. Yeah, prior to this was all closed off, or you were kind of stuck in a little, you had to go through like narrow habit trail type tubes. Let's see what this is. Still a lot of work going on.
Megan literally like, oh wait,
And this part looks the same as it ever did. They never closed this area.
Thank you, dear. All right.
It's still there. But does it work? Somebody put an L sticker on it, upside down. Indeed. Good old dial tone. Let's see if this works. We have a functioning phone. How about that? Between here and Rockefeller Center, Penn Station, I don't think there's another working phone, public phone. This one I don't stay connected to the daily prayer thing because they connect you to a live person. I'd rather just hear the pre-recorded mini sermon. And here, of course, is the mounting holes, or whatever you call it, for the payphone that used to be here. And you can still see evidence of the, I think there were like maybe 10 in a row. And this used to be, I think 3 of them. You can see with the screws and mounts, or whatever these things are called. But let's not focus on the past. And this one is still present inside the subway station. I'm not going in today, but it doesn't work and it never will. Might as well see what the other side of this looks like. It's probably the same. The floors look unchanged, but the walls are different. So I think that pillar is being changed. And the light fixtures are new. They're pretty cool, actually. These light fixtures are cool too. Same theme of a circular thing. My takeaway from this is the coolest thing about so far is the light fixtures. Coolest thing about this renovation. I think this part was open the whole time. And this was partially open. I don't remember. I remember not being able to get to the men's room once on this side. the end of my review of the Rockefeller Center renovation. Still a work in progress, obviously. So these three on 48th Street are still present. Oh, look, it's Payphone Love. That's sweet. Somebody made a work of art here. Somebody really took the time to intertwine those two handsets with the wires that were sticking out, and then further combine with the one in the middle. Somebody took their time with this one. If that last one was still there, I think these are all still going to be here off of 5th Avenue. Here's the set of two. Oh, wow. Look at that. That card has been there over a month. Man. And this guy's happy about it, right? That means nobody has touched this thing. The other one is gone, but this metal plate looks like it came from down here, exposing all the innards and the machinery. Somebody left breakfast or something there. So I haven't looked for these in a while. I had days where I could have come and just done this, but I like to combine this with checking the 181 and other useful things. I don't like to just come out just for this. My artist friend collects payphone pieces, and I'm actually going to zap him a message saying that if you want this plate, it's probably still going to be here when you get here. This one's dead. That even took away the lottery jackpot amount. I guess that was there before. I don't think anything changed here, except my cards are gone. Wow, it's intact. one has some love too. Looks like somebody made a heart out of some dog shit. How sweet. Oops. There's love everywhere. This is as far back as I can get. Those last two were on 45th Street. And these next two, if they're still here, are where I'm going to leave a card. 42nd Street seems like a more visible spot. Here's a bit of trivia for you. The first outdoor phone booths that were installed in New York were installed on this corner, but not on this spot. It was on the other side of the street. New York was behind most of the rest of the country in terms of... Oh God, it smells nasty in here. I'm serious, it smells like piss and shit. Oh look, there's another metal plate. I'll send that over to my artist friend too. Look how that thing dangles, look at that. Somebody left this food receipt here. I guess that's the customer's name, or is that the name of the restaurant? Somebody's a bit of an exhibitionist. Somebody stored some boxes up here. I guess people do come to rely on these things for storage. I'm not even sure I want to get close to this again because it smells so nasty, but here I go. Ew, that smells disgusting. It's too bad there's no way to funnel that stench into this video. Anyway, they're still here. Maybe they'll be in it for the long run, long haul. Be here forever. This is as close as I want to get. I'm going to take a pass on the library phones today. I'm sure they're still where I left them last time. That's where we filmed the Today Show spot, though, among other memories. But New York, I forget if I trailed off on this, but New York was pretty far behind the rest of the country on installing outdoor public telephones. I'm not really sure why either, but you'd find outdoor metal booths pretty much anywhere else in the U.S., starting with World War II. But New York, it was described in one of the papers as a couple of bright, shiny, rectangle-shaped structures outside the New York Public Library. There is a conventional wisdom that the first outdoor phone booth was set up in Cincinnati in 1905, but I've come to be skeptical of that. I don't think it was a booth. It might have been an outdoor phone that looked something like the emergency call boxes of today. People didn't want to use it because they didn't want their conversations to be overheard. But it wasn't I don't believe it to have been what went on to become I guess you call an iconic type of structure. The classic metal phone booth. I guess if New York was late to the outdoor phone booth thing, it's probably because the city's always had a limited appetite for street furniture. And they've always been tried to be conscientious of cluttering the streets with needless stuff. But as it became apparent, and it took a long time for the phone companies to realize this, there is a 24-hour-a-day demand for public telephones. Up until the 40s, you could pretty much only find them inside dining establishments or restaurants or doctor's offices or whatever. I guess the rink is open. I can't really tell from here. Oh, look at these guys. I wonder who they are. I like these things on the sidewalk. Although I've seen some that drive dogs crazy. They have like lights that flash on a certain spot and then turn off. The dogs go chasing after them, batting at them. This one looks pretty restful though.
Attention please. Now boarding on track 3 both east and west gates of New Jersey Transit at 11:49 a.m. Maryland Valley Line on Route 2, making stops at Secaucus, North Penn Station, Union, Roselle Park, Cranford, Westfield, Fenner, Netherwood, Plainfield, Dan Allen, Bellbrook, Bridgewater, and Somerville, terminating at rear.
Really?
Okay, this one hasn't worked in months since I've, for several months. I don't know why it would be back in service now. Nope, nothing doing. I'm gonna leave a card here though.
1149 Paul Watson, Trent Willboard from Trent 16. Make a stop to Woodside, Miss Woods Point, Flushing. Broadway, Bayside.
That's pretty solid. That's probably gonna be here for a long time. Nothing doing. No dial tone. No dial tone there either. That is negative.
Yeah.
That's a negative. We're 0 for 5, and I think there's only 2 others left.
You can't come this way.
Oh,
Absolutely
sorry,
not. It's
sorry.
okay. I just
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Thank you. Okay, that was a weird scenario. There is actually somebody talking on that phone, or at least appears to be, and he had to squeeze in behind the gates or the barricades that they put up. So that one could possibly still work, but I've seen people who yell into those phones, look like they're talking to somebody, but they're not. And that could be a case of that. I didn't want to stop and stare after that. It wasn't an altercation, but and I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't see any warning signs not to go that way. So the central corridor is my last hope, but I guess it's the last time I was here. I guess that was early January with Cecilia that time. The burlesque stripper that I met through my PBX glitch. Yeah, this one's done. Although when I was here last time, this handset was intact, and I tried to call. It's kind of complicated to explain what I attempted to do here, but this was during the period of time when my PBX allowed 2 people to talk to each other if they called in at the same time. So she called in from the other one of that other payphone, and then I called in from this one, and we attempted to communicate, but she said I sounded like a R2-D2 or something. It was just a messed up phone. And now it's completely shot, so I guess I'll have to come back to see about that last phone. I don't know. I'm gonna go see if I can stand away from it and assess what the hell's going on with that one. But it's looking like Penn Station is dead. Where located the old Hotel Pennsylvania side doors. In the past, I've been able to sneak a peek at what's left of the payphone in here, or one of them. Maybe I still can. No, I'm not seeing it. There was a distinct silhouette of the thing, but it's gone. I mean, I can't see it now. And maybe they removed it. Maybe PTS came out and took away their phones to use somewhere else. I might actually write and ask my contact there about that. I want to confirm with him if Penn Station really is dead. And maybe see if they did anything, if they retrieved their phones from this building that's going to be demolished. Looks like there's live music again at Herald Square. Let's see what this is about. Okay, maybe that's not music. Could be music to someone's ears, but... I think this says the Hater Building. This is where the haters convene. It's actually the higher building, of course. That preacher dude stopped just as I sat down to get an extended take from far enough away that I don't think he would have known that I was recording him, but then he stopped. So what can you do? I guess he stopped at 12. I have a weak spot for preachers. I don't consider myself religious, but I respect the energy, the zeal. That's right, I forgot about this one. This is 37th Street, 6th Ave. That's right, I encountered this one last time, I think, without expecting to. The phone itself looks pretty clean. Real story here is this side. Maybe I'll see who that is. Yeah, these spare room ads have been around. I've been on these payphones for like 2 years now. Oh, look, it's one of the cute little NYPD cars. It's like 3 of them. It's a whole convoy. I read an article about this. They say they would never send a car like this to like a real major crime scene because they don't have room for all the appropriate equipment they might need. But they were an instant hit when they were introduced.
There's obviously a reason. I'm surprised you didn't pick Benjamin's.
I think it has something to do with the store. Sort of like the place where you could be open. Yeah, you could be open.
That's LinkNYC for you. The call connects, but you hear nothing. And that happens about half the time. Maybe the other one will work. There's another one down here. They took away your payphones and gave you this instead.
Take 5.
If you are able to connect a call and both parties can hear each other, the audio quality is horrible. But here's a pro tip. You can skip those intro screens by just hitting a number. And you can see that it showed up there. You're very welcome. Audio volume has been, max volume has been reached. And I know this is working. Well, you know, I should double check because it was working earlier, but sometimes things get messed up. But I'll report back if that's the case. Nope, I can confirm that this thing works as expected. If I call in now, I'll be connected to myself in a conference call. Okay, I'm going to try one last one.
Yeah.
Because this is the last one between here and my return.
Nice guy theory.
Okay, this one works. So that's 1 out of 3. That's great. That's about what you come to expect from the smart city, right? I was telling my artist friend that stuffing those radio cards into these machines as a form of advertising, I'd been skeptical. But I got 2 calls from those machines. And for this kind of promotion, that's a lot. And so who knows how many people plucked those cards off the machine and called from their own phone or from some other phone. I don't want to get too obsessed with it. And I can't because I don't have time to do that anymore. So I'm like going to be more strategic. I haven't been tested in a long time. I probably shouldn't say that. And yeah, here again is what I always think should be a phone booth outside Grand Central. It's a taxi stand. Kind of bummed that I'm not going to have many cards for the next couple of weeks. The place that I ordered from, though, they threw in an extra batch of 250 for free. This is downstairs by the Lost and Found. I'm not going to check on the other ones at Grand Central today. I got to get back. The same as with the Trump Tower, putting a card here. It's exactly the kind of thing a janitor or whatever would just throw away. And you see the metal plates where the phones used to be. 6 in a row, with 1 shorty for the ADA compliance. And over here, I think there were 10.
My bad, boss.
It's good. It's no problem. Actually, I think this was 12. I lose count, but it doesn't matter. Used to be a lot, though.
Yeah.